Stan Gibilisco here, from a nebula in an unknown galaxy in an unknown cluster of galaxies, in an unknown universe in an unknown set of universes, in an unknown thought kingdom. And a muddled thought kingdom. My brain right now resembles this nebula in terms of its ability to concentrate. However, I think I can concentrate enough to show you what happened when I did a search for myself using Google.com, the simple search site, Google.com, on my iPad. It doesn't seem to work on Internet Explorer on this computer, but I copied the link or sent it to me, my mail from iPad so I could show it to you here. Something very interesting. Google.com on an iPad. Just type Stan Gibilisco. Just type my name in there on that user unfriendly keyboard they have, especially when you've got shaky hands like I do, and you get this. You get a bunch of hits, you get some stuff about me. You know, there aren't very many Stan Gibiliscos in the world, so this was the first hit on that list. And down at the bottom it said something very interesting. In response to a complaint we received under the U.S. Digital Millennium Copyright Act, whatever the heck that is, we have removed 2 results from this page. If you wish, you may read the DCMA or DMCA complaint that caused the removals. Well, see, now I really hate it when they use an acronym or an abbreviation like that and they don't tell you what it means. But anyway, let's read the complaint. DCMA, what the heck is that? On behalf of the McGraw-Hill companies. So it must have been McGraw-Hill who issued this complaint. They probably hired a legal firm to go through Google and search for sites that would violate copyrights of their authors, including myself. So I went down and down and down, and mostly it says the kind of work, the author and the title, and the allegedly infringing URLs, but it doesn't actually let you go there. It just shows you these links. You can, of course, copy and paste them and go there and look and see what they might say. And I didn't find anything with me in there. I suppose I could have searched the page. I didn't find anything. I kept scrolling down until I got to number 58. Stan Gibilisco, electricity experiments you can do at home. And a whole bunch of sites. When you see this torrent, this word torrent, it strongly implies that they're having something to do with pirating books. So you can download ebooks free. Electricity experience you can. Well, yeah, you can. You can download it for free. You know, and then they think they're hurting me by doing this. Or maybe they think they're hurting me. I don't think they're doing it for that purpose. I don't know why they're doing it. Maybe because they think that the copyright law is ridiculous and outdated. In which case I would agree with them. We authors have to find a different way to deal with piracy, because we're not going to make it go away any more than we're going to make the stars that are being born in this nebula just go away. However, getting back to a more earthly topic, Kick-Ass Proxy. I don't know what ME stands for. It's probably some foreign country. That sounds like Italy. All over the world they do this. And they allow people to download ebooks of mine for free. Now, to some extent, that bothers me because it deprives me of revenue. But here's consideration number 1. Maybe they're not aware of this. This is one of my worst selling books. They could hardly hurt me by giving them all away. I mean, if they deprived me of all of the revenue from this book, it probably wouldn't make a whole lot of difference. I could probably buy a couple of Louis cheeseburgers with the revenue I get every year from these books. But anyway, the point being, this is against the law. So people have lost respect for the law. But is it or is it not right to lose or not have respect for a law that's ridiculous, outmoded, unenforceable, and probably unfair to the great majority of people in the world? People who can't afford to buy a copy of my book. People in some poor African country or some poor Asian or even some poor Central American or anywhere in the world. Maybe they'd say the United States is spiritually poor, but some place where the people just, the only way they can afford to look at my work is to steal it. So these sites provide them with a way to do that. And they therefore get exposure to me that they would not otherwise have ever gotten. And who knows where that might lead. So in a book like this, which has such low sales, they might actually be helping me by doing this to me. But nevertheless, it is against the law, and it's way too bad that this kind of stuff has to happen. Now, I'm not going to look for another book of mine. I'm sure it's there. It said there were 2 complaints. But a whole lot. And that's kind of flattering, when you get right down to it. I got just about more pirate hits than any of these other authors. I mean, I'm popular in the world of the underground, I guess. People really like me in the underground. I guess it could be worse. It'd be better than it would be if they hated me. But anyway, that's the kind of thing sometimes just makes me want to move to planet number 4 and orbit around this star. Except the average temperature there is 250 degrees Celsius. I'd probably find that a little too hot. Or the 12th planet around this star, where the average temperature is about minus 85 degrees Celsius, which would be a little too cold for me. But they've both got life on them. What kind of life? You tell me. Probably life similar to the life that makes people do baloney like this. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know my publisher is on to you guys. They're trying to get you. They're putting a little bit of a lid on you, sort of like putting a lid on all the cockroaches in Karachi. Stan Gibilisco signing off, back to the nebula, where my mind arguably belongs today. Until next time, so long.